Welcome back everyone, and this time it's for the annual edition of UFC Paris. We've got main card and prelim card. The main card got 6 fights and the prelim card got 5 fights. First fight of the prelim card is a catchweight fight as Zara Ferron takes on Jacqueline Cavalcanti. Jacqueline Cavalcanti is making a debut, but for this specific event taking place in Paris, France, I'm gonna go ahead and predict that all fighters from France are gonna get the win. So even though I say that people making their debut to maximize their debut should get the win, not this one. UFC Paris is something special to the French people and to the French fighters. So Zara Ferron is gonna get the win, maybe by decision. Well, most likely by decision. I don't see a finish for this one. Also, I don't know Jacqueline Cavalcanti that much. She's making a debut after all. Next, we go to the men's bantamweight division as Farid Basharat takes on Clayton Rodriguez. I know that Farid Basharat is undefeated, so I'm gonna say and predict that he's going to get the win and keep his win streak alive. How a TKO win would be at the maybe round 2 would be most likely to happen. Next, we go to the women's bantamweight division as Nora Cornell takes on Jocelyn Edwards. Nora Cornell making her debut since she's a French fighter from France. How she's going to get the win for this fight? I don't know, maybe a submission win? She's really early now, MMA career, so I don't know. I would say a submission win for Nora Cornell. Next, we go to the welterweight division as Angel Lusa takes on Rhys McKee. And this one is really weird because, first off, I don't know the fighters, and 2, they have been on a layoff for quite some time. I believe Angel Lusa hasn't fought in a year, and Rhys McKee hasn't fought in 3 years. So, tough to say or predict who's going to win, who made more progress. I don't think they have been documented enough. So for this one, yeah, maybe Angel Lusa. I'm gonna side with the betting odds, and they favor Angel Lusa, but I don't know how to make a return would be a knockout finish. So yeah, Angel Lusa knockout finish in the 3rd round. But I guess we have to see. Next, we go back to the men's bantamweight division as Taylor Lapillus takes on Caroline Louffran. You'll have to excuse me if I did pronounce that incorrectly. Wrong. Taylor Lapillus is actually making his return to the company. He last fought in the UFC 7 years ago. As for his opponent, he is making his debut. So I'm gonna side with Taylor Lapillus to get the win by submission, maybe in the 2nd round. For this one, I don't really know. He has some submission in his resume. So yeah, a submission win for Taylor Lapillus. We now move on to the main card. The first fight of the main card is in the men's featherweight division, or should I say the featherweight division, and it is Morgan Charrière taking on Manolo Zecchini. Manolo Zecchini and Morgan Charrière are making their debut in the UFC, yet I'm gonna side with Morgan Charrière, that is not only a fighter from France, but the big favorite for this one. I'm gonna predict a knockout finish in the first round. Next, we stay in the middle. What the fuck? We stay in the featherweight division as William Gomis takes on Yanis Gemouri. And for this one, this is tough because both fighters are from France. So one's going to be disappointed and one's going to be happy. Anyway, Yanis Gemouri is making his debut in the UFC, and William Gomis is more sharp. He has been battle tested in the UFC and actually won in the UFC. He won back in April? Yeah. So he's also on a 10-fight win streak. So he hasn't been defeated in the UFC as of now. He hasn't been defeated in the UFC yet. He had some loss, but not in the UFC. Anyway, for prediction, I'm gonna go and say that William Gomis is more likely to get the win by submission. Probably in the second round or the third round. Next, we go to the light heavyweight division as 9th ranked Volkan Ozdemir takes on Bogdan Guskov, making his debut in the UFC as well. Volkan Ozdemir is it's kind of a losing streak right now. Yeah, he lost his last fight. He's kind of off and on. He loses, he wins, he loses, he wins. Still, he's a very tough opponent. He's a ranked opponent for Bogdan Guskov. It's going to be a real test. But I believe there's a reason why Guskov, making his debut in the UFC, is matched against a ranked opponent in Volkan Ozdemir. So I'm gonna predict Bogdan Guskov to get the win for his debut. I'm looking, because also about Bogdan Guskov, he has a 100% finish rate. So it's either he gets a win by a finish or he just loses. So Bogdan Guskov, knockout finish in the second round. Next, we go to the lightweight division as Benoit Saint-Denis takes on Thiago Moises. Now, this could be the real test for Benoit Saint-Denis, but I don't believe that, since he has been impressive since his debut in the UFC. But I think Thiago Moises was ranked before, so this is why this is a test in the mind of people. Well, I would say every UFC fight is a test, really. Anyway, Benoit Saint-Denis has a 100% finish rate, and he has only been defeated once by an opponent that was later on founded with drugs, that we found was on drugs, maybe on steroids, something like that, something that was illegal. So his loss was not really a loss, but it counts as a loss in his resume. Anyway, 100% finish rate, 9 submission wins. I think he's going to submit Thiago Moises in the second round, for sure. He has also, I never talk about that, he has a height and a reach advantage. So, yeah, all signs that he's going to win. Next, we now are at the co-main event, and it's taking place in the women's flyweight division. We got third-ranked Manon Fiorot taking on second-ranked, but in the strawweight division, and therefore making her debut in the women's flyweight division, Rose Namajunas. This one is tough to predict, since Rose Namajunas is able to, making upsets, like she won over Zhang Weili 2 years ago now, something like that. Yeah, so she can make upsets, and this could be one. Yet, like I said, all fighters from France are gonna win, and I'm gonna stick to that. Therefore, Manon Fiorot is going to get the win, and it is probably going to be by decision in my mind. I don't see a finish for this fight. Both fighters are really, really tough. I don't underestimate Manon Fiorot, but I don't underestimate her opponent as well. Also, she's on a win streak. So, speaking of Manon Fiorot, she's on a big win streak. She's been undefeated since joining the UFC, and even before. As for Rose, well, she fought last year, so she might not be as sharp as people would think of her. So yeah, Manon Fiorot, decision win. Next is the main event, a 5-round fight taking place in the heavyweight division. We've got second-ranked Cyril Gane taking on 7th-ranked Serghei Spivac. This one is going to be not a tough one to predict. I don't think Serghei Spivac has a chance to get the win in this main event. Cyril Gane has had better opponents, so better competition, and a chance and a motivation to do better, because he lost twice and so close to the title, thing that Serghei Spivac didn't do or hasn't had the chance to do yet. So yeah, I don't think that Cyril Gane is going to underestimate him, and I don't think that Serghei Spivac is going to. Well, both fighters are not going to underestimate each other, but that's not going to be enough for Serghei Spivac to get the win. Therefore, I'm siding with Cyril Gane to get the win. Maybe I will not say a submission win, but a TKO win is more likely to happen. Yeah, a TKO win for Cyril Gane in the 3rd round. And that's it for my prediction for UFC Paris. So I'll leave you there. Until next time,